It's that special time of year where Guardians gather and spread dawning cheer. What's going on, Guardians? My name is the Black Link, and the Dawning event, the winter event in Destiny 2, is finally live. As you've logged into the game, you've no doubt noticed the redesigned tower, the return of Ava Levante, and all of the new things we have to do out in the solar system. And in this short guide, we're going to cover the Dawning event, some of the rewards tied to it, how you can upgrade the new exotic ship, and most importantly, some tips and tricks for farming Essence of Dawning, as well as some of the materials you'll need to make the treats that you'll be delivering. Let's go ahead and dive on in. Now, we're going to go through this pretty quickly because the Dawning event is fairly simple. Once you've logged in, you go and you speak to Ava Levante. She'll send you on a short quest to start delivering some treats to people like Zavala and Amanda Holiday. She's going to give you the Holiday Oven 2.0. If this is your first Dawning, basically what happens here is you're going to use this oven to bake up treats that you give to some of your favorite NPCs from across the galaxy. You can gather up the ingredients needed to make these treats by playing the game. Generally, they're tied to things like getting arc kills or solar kills, or getting explosive kills, or killing Taken or Vex or any of the other enemy types in the game. Once you've gotten the ingredients up, you can mix and match them together to make specific treats that you can deliver to different vendors. Doing so will reward you with a small gift in return, which can give you rare and legendary gear as well as upgrade materials. And that's pretty much it. That's the gist of the Dawning. Generally, you can go and play whatever content you want. You can go do your weekly stuff, you can do your pinnacle stuff, and you'll be gathering some of these ingredients just while you're natively playing the game. But there are different combinations for different specific treats that you'll be delivering to specific NPCs, so you'll likely need to gather a lot of ingredients. If you're an older player of D2 and you've played through previous Dawnings, you might have already unlocked a lot of these recipes, which will of course make farming things a lot faster, but there are 5 new recipes that we'll be covering here as well. So, rather than go through all the ingredients and exactly how to get them, we have got a great image macro here from the wonderful OatsFX over on Twitter. I'll have a link to these images and the tweet down in the description box below. You can go ahead and download it. It'll tell you exactly how to get each of the ingredients and what all of the recipe combinations are. This time around, there are a total of 5 new recipes for you to go through. One for Shahan, one for Ava Levante, one for the Crow, one for Tess Everest, and finally one for our good old buddy Varix. And those recipes we will show off here. For Shahan, it's going to take Ether Cane as well as Bullet Spray. Ether Cane drop of course from Fallen, Bullet Spray from any multi-kills you get with auto rifles, SMGs, and LMGs. Ava Levante will take Classic Butter Cookies, which take a recipe of Taken Butter plus Superb Texture. Taken Butter of course coming from Taken kills, while Superb Texture will come from random drops or super kills. For the Crow, we've got Bittersweet Biscotti, which is Dark Ether Cane and Balanced Flavors. Dark Ether Cane comes from Scorn, while Balanced Flavor can drop from any Sniper, Scout, Pulse Rifle, or Bow Kill. Then we've got Tess Everest and her Bright Dusted Snowballs. These come with Chitin Powder and multifaceted flavors. Chitin Powder drops from Hive, while multifaceted flavors can drop from any multi-kills. Finally, the last new recipe is for our buddy Varix, who eats Etheric Cold Snaps. These come from a mixture of Chitin Powder and Electric Flavor. Again, Chitin Powder drops from Hive, and Electric Flavor will drop from any arc kills. But there we go, those are the new recipes available for Ava's Holiday Oven 2.0. Again, if you're a Guardian who's played in previous Dawnings, you likely have all of the other recipes. If you're a newer Guardian, we have a link to all of the recipe combinations in the description box below. Make sure you go and check them out. Once you've made at least one of all the cookies, you'll be able to masterwork your holiday oven. Doing so will reduce the amount of Essence of Dawning you need to make any of these recipes. So there you go, that is a quick rundown of the treat system and the Dawning in almost its entirety. This time around we do have an additional exotic quest from Ava Levante herself, which is basically going to require that you build up Dawning Spirit. This is a new form of currency that you'll get when turning in treats at different NPCs. And by building it up, you'll be able to go through several steps of a quest that's going to allow you to upgrade an exotic ship, the Starfarer 7M. Now, the quest steps for this are very simple. They'll ask you to deliver a cookie to a specific NPC, as well as generate a certain amount of Dawning Spirit. Basically, just go around baking cookies and delivering them, and you'll get this done. And by doing so, you'll be able to upgrade the ship to have a unique transmat, engine effects, and even the Spirit of the Season, which grants you a chance to generate Dawning Spirit whenever you find a Dawning ingredient. And of course, again, all of these upgrades are tied to completing the "And to All a Good Flight" quest. Alright, so there we go. That is an explanation for the Dawning and basically everything that's tied to it. For that exotic quest, you'll need to earn about 175 Dawning Spirit, so you're going to need to cook a lot of cookies. So, let's get into the other point of this video, showing you how you can earn some of these materials the absolute fastest. We'll start with some of the enemy ingredients and flavors. These can basically drop from any enemies you take out in the game, so going to places with a lot of enemies available for you is going to help you build up a lot of these flavors and a lot of these ingredients really quickly. Places like the Blind Well, Altars of Sorrow on the Moon, or especially our good old pal Shurochi are going to be fantastic ways for you to find easy places to farm up ingredients. If you want to do the Shurochi route, you go to the Last Wish, you head to the wish wall, you put in the wish, you head to Shurochi, and you can just sit there and farm up like ability kills or LMG kills or any of the weapon specific or ability specific kills that are required for stuff like Delicious Explosion, Finishing Touch, Bullet Spray, Perfect Taste, really easily by just taking out the Thrall, the first 2 waves of them, jumping off the cliff, and then doing it all over again. There's also going to be a rally flag there, so you'll always have a super as well as heavy ammo available to you. Additionally, Altars of Sorrow is going to be fantastic. You just go run that once or twice. You'll have so much chitin powder you don't know what to do with it. So ingredients and flavors are really easy to farm, just anywhere where there are a lot of enemies. It's the other thing, the Essence of Dawning, that's probably gonna have you working a little bit harder. Thankfully, there's some fantastic ways to grind that out too. Essence of Dawning is awarded from basically any activity completion, whether it's a strike, a game of Gambit, a game of the Crucible, or whatever. So there's a couple of things you can do. You can go and farm the Lake of Shadows strike over and over again to get a decent amount of Essence of Dawning. When run properly, that strike takes like 4 to 5 minutes to get done. It's really easy. Or, if you're more solo inclined, Legend Lost Sectors are going to be fantastic for farming up Essence of Dawning. With the right build, those can take anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes, almost identical to how long it takes for an optimized run of Lake of Shadows, and you can get it done solo. Yesterday's Legend Lost Sector was Perdition, which is really easy. It's the Vex one. You can run through that in like 3 minutes and just farm up 15 to 17 Essence of Dawning every time you open that end chest. This is a great way to get Essence of Dawning right now. But if you're somebody who's a little more cheese-oriented, well, do I have something for you. If you've got at least 1 lure available on your Cryptolith lure, there's another great option here for you. Completing any of the Wrathborn hunts will generally drop you about 10 Essence of Dawning, but you can actually go, charge up a lure, start a Wrathborn hunt, and then once you've made your way into the loading zone for it, reset that lure before you go in and kill the boss. You'll get that lure back, and once you've killed the boss, you're going to get the 10 Essence of Dawning anyway. So you'll be able to kill that boss, get the essence, not really lose your lure, just set up the same enemies over and over again and keep farming that same lure. This is a great, really fast way to continually farm as much Essence of Dawning as you are ever going to need to complete the challenges, the triumphs, and the exotic ship. But this is probably going to get patched before too long, so don't rely on this method too much. It's why I included the Legend Lost Sector method before this, so if and when this method does get patched, you can just go back to doing 1250 Legend Lost Sectors. Those are pretty much just as good, if not better than this, because they also drop consistent upgrade materials, and Legend Lost Sectors will drop you exotics as well. But y'all wanted cheese, so Old Saint TBL brought you cheese. So again, now you just saw it on screen here, but the way this works is farm up at least 1 lure for your Cryptolith lure, set up a hunt, go and defeat the initial enemy so that you can follow the trail and start the Wrathborn hunt. And while the game is loading that Wrathborn hunt, head back into your Cryptolith lure and reset it. This will give you back the lure you just spent, meaning you spend no materials at all doing this. You'll still be able to go through and complete the Wrathborn hunt itself, taking out the boss and earning 10 to like 15 or 17 Essence of Dawning. You won't get the legendary weapon that's usually tied to these Wrathborn hunts, but that's okay. We're not here for that. We're here for the Essence of Dawning. And then you can just set that same lure up over and over and over again and keep farming essence. So you should have more than what you need in no time flat. But alright, that's it for our guide video for the Dawning event for the year 2020. A lot of really cool stuff are tied in this time around, and I cannot wait to get my hands on all of it. That's it for this one, guys. If you have any other tips, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like, make sure you subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest stuff we're putting out. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. And as always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians stay frosty, and may you have a merry dawning.